I have chosen to do a Google presentation over a project that over the years has worked very well for me, one that I find my students have fun with in covering the many tasks involved in writing a research paper. It is titled Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? It is a tightly focused, guided research paper and is designed for my ninth grade English class. My name is Paul Lane, and I teach at Clay Center Community High School in Clay Center, Kansas. For this project, the instructions for my students are as follows. You are to invite 3 famous people, living or dead, to a dinner at your home. All 3 of these individuals have to have made a significant contribution to society. This contribution could range from a beneficial invention or discovery to an historical contribution, such as a president or an infamous criminal might have made. It could be anyone, a famous athlete, president, actress, inventor, race car driver, artist, or band member. Everyone's paper will have an identical format. There will be an introduction paragraph which must have a thesis statement and a transition leading into the body of the paper. There will be 2 paragraphs of information on each of the 3 guests. This is to be biographical background information. There will be a menu paragraph explaining what you will serve your guests. The final paragraph will be a conclusion in which you will tie up any loose ends and draw the paper to a close. Because the setting for this paper is an imagined dinner party hosted by the writer of the paper, it is a bit of a narrative twist to a piece of expository writing. This project is asking students to do research which requires reading from texts, and it integrates technology into the lesson. For these reasons, I work on numerous state standards for reading and writing, both narrative and expository, as well as research standards. Integration of technology allows us to work on 4 of the National Education Technology Standards for students, which include research and information fluency, critical thinking, problem solving and decision making, digital citizenship, and technology operations and concepts. These standards can be found in Joy Egbert's text entitled Supporting Learning with Technology on page 7. In this lesson, as an introductory level research project, the student will gather biographical information on 3 individuals using appropriate research techniques including, but not limited to, books, InfoTrack, the internet, and current biography. The student will write a works cited page following the MLA format. The student will use at least 3 different sources of information to write a 9-paragraph research paper that includes an inviting introduction, a well-organized body consisting of 2 paragraphs for each guest, a menu paragraph, and a satisfying conclusion leaving the reader with a sense of resolution. The student will use effective transitions and will cite references for all sources of information while using summarized and paraphrased information from sources. Having done this project numerous times, I've worked very closely with our school librarian who does a wonderful job of helping get my freshmen into the library early in their first year of high school for orientation. This project is a continuation of this, and we work on getting familiar with different methods of research and how to properly cite sources. We use the MLA format and have found Citation Machine, a link on our school's website found on the library media page, to be very user-friendly, and the students do well with it in citing their sources. It's easy to modify this project for our special learners by adjusting the length of the paper or by providing researched information for them to work with in summarizing and paraphrasing, 2 important facets of research writing. I've had a few of my upper level students even add video elements to their papers by providing links to video clips. The assessment of the project is rather straightforward for a research paper. It uses the MLA format, so those criteria are set. The number and function of the paragraphs is set forth in the instructions. The student's summarizing and paraphrasing requires close scrutiny, however. I have a grade sheet that I attach to the papers when I return them so the students see what their strengths and weaknesses are. This project could be easily adapted for use in an art class to write about artists or in a social science class. As for the logistics of the project, I have handouts for most of the conceptual elements for the students who miss a day of the project. So if, for instance, a student misses the day we discuss transitions, I have a handout that covers how to transition from one part of the paper to another and a list of possible transitions to use. I have to be a bit flexible in the overall due date for students who are ill or miss more than one class and have difficulty getting the paper completed, but for the most part, the timetable set forth seems to work well. This project touches on a myriad of state standards and gets students familiar with numerous search methods and sources of information. It allows instruction on plagiarism and how easy it is to stay away from it, and allows the teacher to show students how easy it is to recognize plagiarism and check for it. It gives students exposure to group work and peer editing. Students enjoy the format of the paper, and it helps them keep them interested in research and writing when working with topics their chosen guests they find interesting. I appreciate the opportunity to share this project with you and hope it provides a potential project for you to use or modify as you see fit.